Hello, welcome back. Indeed, it is time for some Team Secret versus Beastcoast action. The draft's on the way. Secret on the Radiant side, Beastcoast on the Dire side. Before I'm going to let these guys talk, keep in mind that there is on DreamLeague 2 is Group A, DreamLeague 3 is Group C, DreamLeague 4 is Group D, and of course you are watching Group B here with the DreamLeague Season 13 Major. All right, I want to talk heroes with you guys a little bit. I was also planning on just reiterating what was picked yesterday. We have Lich as the most picked hero of yesterday. But the two outliers from yesterday as some of the most picked is one super successful with 8 games as Disruptor, 88% win rate.
Wow.
And then there's a Rubik, second most picked hero, 18% win rate.
So that's 7-1 and 1-7 or 1-6?
I don't know. Yeah. I didn't want to do the math.
It makes 4 heroes who have been picked and banned every game.
That Disruptor number
still very top heavy.
It's crazy.
It's not surprising. It's it's the
So
long.
good.
Like, it's so hard to explain. Like I feel like there's still.
So why is it not first pick? If an 88% win rate to major, 7-1.
Because they got Lich instead.
Yeah, Lich.
Okay.
It's also. I think that like the map just feels so much bigger, and heroes like Disruptor, because you have so much more reach, just naturally become more valuable.
Also, I
Because you
think
control larger swaths of the map.
Lich is a better opener, right? Lich fits into all kinds of drafts, and I feel like Disruptor is something you still kind of build around, which maybe is why he's so successful in his win rate. When he is picked up, he has a lineup that really accentuates his strengths, and therefore he's more successful. Meanwhile, Lich is just like, we have first pick, and Lich is still in the pool. We'll take Lich.
Yep.
Lich has a 50% win rate, by the way.
Okay. No. And I do like it because didn't Secret played Slark? They played it a lot. I'm glad they just got rid of it.
thank
Matumba Man, Nisha lost with it, right? But Matumba Man won with it.
Yep.
Yes.
I believe. Okay.
Yeah, Matumba won with it twice.
Yeah.
And
Nisha lost with it. So.
It works a lot against the, like, I think there's so many good reasons. Secret is just like first picking it and winning, right? There is the fact that it works a lot against Hector's heroes. And then on top of that, it also very likely gives Secret better late game. You know, and I think those are like 3 different things you can't really afford to give up if you're Beastcoast.
I think that my 1B would just be the map control. Like, I'm going to talk about this till I'm blue in the face, but it's a very hidden power mechanic that you don't really ever see when you're watching the game, but Slark finds wards, and they deward them easily. It's such an immense advantage. Like, throughout a 30-minute game, Slark will be responsible for the destruction of at least 5 wards.
Better yet,
that's so valuable.
as a support, you give your sentries to the Slark, and Slark actually gets a D-ward gold for that as well, even though support bought the sentries. As long as Slark is the one placing them, he gets the gold.
And the increasing gold of, like, as it scales into the game, the experience you get from it.
I like the tree selection from Secret. This kind of fits the mold where we saw yesterday Beastcoast hit a triple BKB timing and effectively just started diving chaos in the fountain. Treant can shut this down.
The ABBA, though. Are we... I mean, we can't really assume anything. Obviously, we saw Hector play it yesterday, but do you think it might go to the
It's a
outplay,
very real possibility that they go for it again in the safe lane. But, you know, it just depends on what happens here. Like, they're going to ban away some of the better Abaddon counters, OD being the worst of all of them. Man.
That hero's bonkers. Ags OD, I've talked to some teams about scrimming against it. And I'm not going to reveal who, but they were discussing how this one team showed them how broken OD with a fast Ags is, because you just slow play fights, and it's just not fair. Like, you're removing 2 heroes from a fight at a time, or you can be aggressive while still having a defensive astral. It's just also the ult does too much damage.
Yeah,
you go for a tower push and like you imprison 2 heroes, like that team automatically is just like, oh.
Yeah.
Crap.
What now?
Yeah, I mean, bring it up. I mean, you talked to Ryoya, the OD spammer. I was watching him. He was playing for the Infinity, that ace team in one of the leagues last night against the team. And yeah, you rush Ags, and as you said, it's just a 3v5 fight all of a sudden. Like, you actually can't do anything. It's crazy.
And even if you don't kill anybody, it's like just the remaining threat of, do we want to continue to take this push because OD has been buffed up by his imprisonment charges.
It gives you options, because you can now just, do we want this fight? Nah. All right, we'll just back away. Or fully commit, or go for the other guys, or wait for them to pop out.
Even just 2 saves, not even aggressive.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Very similar to what Slark does with his passive. Something about those passives and taking away stats and building them up and storing them for later. Just
pretty good.
But then why is Silencer not popular anymore?
He needs to be
0 mobility.
He needs to be a core, but he has no survivability, and he's so easily get on top of
So
it.
he doesn't have any stuns.
Yeah.
Neither does OD, though. It's not a stun.
It counts. You're banished to the
Disabled.
Netherworld, okay?
You have a save with your imprisonment. You can
That's
save
it.
other people with your imprisonment, and he's a better core than Silencer is.
It requires like either to be good. It feels as a core nowadays. You need to either provide offensive disable or in some way prevent it or remove it from your allies.
What about Underlord? He steals damage.
We saw him
Nah,
yesterday.
not really.
We saw him yesterday.
True.
Actually, technically, it's like that old you wouldn't steal a car. He doesn't steal damage. He downloads it.
Exactly.
Fair.
And actually, it is funny. You talked about the Silencer. I mean, the one team that might have played it would have been Whisper, right? He played it at the last major as an offlane core.
True.
And
Yeah.
now he's gone. So.
I would not be surprised if a team does try and run Silencer, much
agree.
like we've seen EG try and run the Riki core.
Right.
It's just like those little things that people have been building up in pubs, and then they display it here, see whether or not it works.
I'm still not a believer in Riki. But
No,
I'm not either.
I
I think the game they
upside,
won
but I
was
agree.
off of OD, not Riki, but that's me.
All right, so what are we looking for here? Yeah, this is always the point where we see teams take longest to decide what they pick, because it kind of defines their direction.
Illusion core for secrets, very strong here. You already have your support duo. You could just pick it up immediately.
Well,
That's also a pretty solid hero, and again, fits the concept. It'll allow you to scale. It's another disable for BKBs, and it's team fight.
And Nisha loves it.
I don't fully disagree with the Illusion Core idea, but Beastcoast did seem to think that they liked the Abaddon Core versus the Illusion Heroes,
Yeah, they
right?
ran carry Abaddon against.
You're a Radiance hero, you reach a certain timing that like is just before an Illusion Hero really comes online. Your
Yeah.
peak as Core Abaddon just like bulldozes down those towers and stuff.
Is a good point. It also gives Beast Coast a bit of an edge in this kind of draft because Secret won't know if this is a 1, a 3, a 5.
Yeah.
So they started drafting blind against it. I will say Mag has very poor matchups against these two heroes. I think it's just the overall game archetype that Secret are going for here. It like, doesn't really care. Like you don't want to play Mag. Abaddon just pops ulti, shields off the other guy that's with him. There's the Schofield Tusk,
Let's
which
go.
means it will be an Abaddon core. I like that. And it's another save now for an RP, but
Well, it can also be an Abaddon offlane.
It's really cool that they have this because they can run Abaddon off lane and then they could switch it up. They could run something like a fast Dro lineup, you know, and like take advantage of Magnus that way. Like if OD was still in the pool, for example, like OD bonkers on Magnus with a Dro lineup. They could play that fast pace if they wanted to take advantage of Mag lineups, which are still a little bit slower.
Now, a hero that we've seen so highly valued in the minor, Vengeful Spirit, is missing completely. Do we not like her anymore?
I mean, she was big in the Vici versus Secret when they were just, it was like, well, it was just Venge plus Drow.
Yeah, we've seen Venge Drow lose a couple
have,
times,
yeah.
though.
yeah,
I
the
don't
hero.
Venge is that great. I really don't.
It's again like the cyclical nature of the meta. Once illusion cores became really popular, like they have natural high armor, Venge has no way of dealing with them. It just kind of falls off, and people have also shifted from placing their aura items on supports more towards their core, specifically the offlaner. So it just falls out of favor.
I mean, it's also a hero that, like, individually, like, by itself, what it provides to you in your draft is not actually that strong. Considering, like, the nerf on the swap range and stuff, it's not actually the best initiation tool. It's much better when it's comboed up specifically with the hero,
Yeah.
right? It's comboed Dro because of the aura stacking, right? But it's comboed with Puck, for example, to be able to snap the coil because that feels really strong.
Yeah.
But, like, individually, the hero is just kind of like,
There
okay.
it is. I like it. Stick with what's working
Yep.
for you. And it's a crit. I mean, they first phased TA from him, so, you know, the Monkey King, just
Yep.
take it. I mean, this is almost exactly similar
Yeah.
to yesterday's lineup.
I like it. Yeah, I think both teams are going for their style. Like the Beast Coast lineup works because they just play this way of Dota. It's gonna be a Monkey King mid, or it'll be a Slark mid. It'll be something crazy aggressive that Chris Luck can just take over to buy space for K1 to go for this incredibly greedy style of playing carry.
And it's what we talked about, actually, right? Like, Secret, you look at their high ground defense right now, and it's a freaking a tree, a Puck, a Magnus. Like, that is real hard to put, especially when you have, at least you do have the ABBA, so you do have, like, a way to hit a building quicker than normal. But Monkey King Tusk Lich, they don't want to, like, stand near a tier 3 tower ever.
What I like about this a lot is that Secret have made an effort to focus on winning team fights in an area. Right, they had this coil, this RP, this overgrowth, even
All their
disruptor with
abilities,
kinetic field, static storm, all really big zone control. But Monkey King's Wukong command is like one of like the premier ones, right?
Yeah.
Because it's zone control off of your 2 position, right? A hero that's going to be very farmed, and it's also a very big AoE. So it makes it just like this whole big AoE you just don't want to fight into. It's always a good counter to Puck if you can get it.
And I love it too, because you can surprise fights with it, right? Because you can cast your ulti off a tree when they have no vision of you, and all of a sudden they are committed to the fight. It's tough.
I really like this last ban from both sides. Beastcoast removing the Lone Druid because all Secret's missing right now is some method of pressuring the map, taking objectives so that they could stall until their team fight advantage is too much for Beastcoast to overcome. Secret, you banned the Bat Rider. We saw what Lelis did yesterday. You don't want to give Beastcoast the ability to play with more pace. You've already secured your ability to 5-on-5. Just don't get run over, and you're probably going to be able to take it.
They have massively respect Lilith in this one because they also remove his Beastmaster.
Both heroes he played
And
yesterday.
the clock yesterday, of course, was also played as a port. So Secret did their homework for sure. So did Beastcoast, as we can tell by the bans.
And this is also a core philosophy of a lot of the old captains. When you're playing against these more inexperienced, like rougher teams, ban the heroes they played.
Yeah,
Like
simple
that's
as that.
simple.
It is, I agree.
Make them beat you with something they haven't shown, and
And if they
that's
do, then guess what? You know about it now.
Yeah. A lot of people get like too clever. I mean, Puppy also has received criticism for this in the past, like giving away. I can't remember the tournament. There was one game he just kept giving Misery Bounty Hunter like 3 games in a row, and they kept losing, and it was like, what?
Stop.
Why, Puppy?
All right,
Mars.
looks like Lilith is going to play Mars.
Yeah, he definitely will, because he plays in pubs a ton.
Okay.
It's a little hard picking this hero when you don't like 100% know what your matchup is, right? Because it could still be like offlane. It could be safe lane Mag. It could be offlane Mag. It could be offlane Puck. It could be mid Magnus. Like you just don't know. They have a nice combination with Tusk Mars. I always love playing that, right? You shards into spear. Like it's a sick combination that
Don't you PL? Oh.
Well, they troll.
and that makes your lane pretty hard. Any ranged carry is going to do quite well against Tusk Mars.
Yeah.
They have a gap closer in the Snowball. So a hero like Dro Ranger would suffer, but Troll, when you get close to him, he pops that whirling axes, and neither one of these heroes are going to be happy with that because they need to hit to get the tag team shots.
It's all about the BKB timings for Beastcoast. They're going to have an opportunity with 3 of them where maybe you can go win this game, but this time, unlike against Chaos, they're against a tree, they're against a mag. I think it's going to be a lot more difficult for them. I think I'd favor Secret here for sure, like 70-30, but you fall behind, you can definitely still get run over. It just requires one fight that Secret wins to take the game advantage. It takes like 5 or 6 for Beastcoast.
All right, Secret.
I'm okay with Beastcoast here. I think Secret's a better team, but I think Beastcoast have given themselves a decent chance. They've got what they know they're good with in the K1 Hector Abaddon.
Yep.
I think that an interesting choice in Troll, it's good for the lanes, but not necessarily good against the matchup of some of these heroes.
Diffusal timing is going to be rough.
Secret, they're just a better team.
All right, we're going to find out who's going to take the first game of this series. Of course, during the game, don't forget to vote for your MVP of the game. We'll discuss your choices after the... Guys, you can't
Zong
start
is already getting it, baby.
No, it should be... it's too early. Please.
What about Stinger? Give me some hashtag Stingers.
All right, guys, we'll see you after the game. We're going to leave you in the capable hands of OD Pixel and Fog.
Oye, chicas, que nunca se les olvide, las mujeres lo hacen mejor. They say there's something in the water that got them all acting so crazy. Don't know why they even bother showing up, calling me mommy. Can't get that summertime body for free. Why you be calling, we don't wanna speak. Yeah, if you want it better, listen carefully. We don't go running if you wanna know what we need. Locos cuando vienen, somos lo que
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Team Secret versus Beastcoast here to start day 2 of the Leipzig Major. I'm Pixel here with Fogged, and very excited to see this game go down. Obviously, Secret, they made it through to this point yesterday, beating down Vici Gaming. Beastcoast, they made it here, beating Chaos, arguably, obviously, the easier matchup, but the way that they beat Chaos was very, very exciting, and we're seeing some signs of the similarities here in this draft from them once again. Some Abaddon, some Monkey Kings, and Mars going to be thrown into the mix. Can Beastcoast beat Secret, though? That's the question. Is the K1 carry Abaddon strong enough to take them down?
I'm also excited. Dude, it's also the Schofield Tusk, right? Schofield has been playing super well on a lot of these 4-position heroes, so definitely going to be eyes on him for that. And Secret is switching things up. They don't want to put the Magnus, of course, in a melee matchup versus a Monkey King, so Magnus is the hard carry, and they're, well, in the hard carry position, down bottom, and they have the Troll mid to get that better matchup. So that actually should be pretty good for Secret, just getting this type of lane set up.
We'll see, though. I mean, this is really the test for Beastcoast.
Really
they
is.
looked... Yeah, winning with the draft that they did yesterday was pretty crazy. If they can win against Secret, you know, it's time to really start boarding the Beastcoast hype train.
Yeah, I mean, I would be really impressed because I like how they kind of matched. Their first 4 picks I was looking at, or their first 3 kind of picks I was looking at, I'm like, Jesus, I don't know how they're going to be able to fight Secret. They actually get the first one. Okay.
I mean, don't act surprised.
Okay.
It's Zai giving up first blood. This is all kind of goes to plan for Secret. And wait, hold up, Puppy. He's going to be able to turn throw down the Nature's Grass, but there we have it. Beastcoast turning up.
The chat knew. They were already voting. They were already voting before the game started.
Chat knew.
Yeah.
I never doubted chat.
But yeah, I like how their first 3 picks something, I felt like they were lacking pretty heavily in team fight. Because I saw Secret's first like 3-4 picks, and they have Puck, Tree, Disruptor, Magnus. 4 of my favorite, I think actually 4 of my actual favorite team fighters currently right now in the patch. So I was like, uh-oh, I don't know how Beastcoast is ever going to be able to fight. They finished up their draft with a Monkey King and a Mars. I think that actually gives them the ability to be able to counteract and fight back. Because you do the, you trap them inside both of the ultis, and it can actually be pretty strong to counteract what Secret does have.
And I think let's try and get in sort of the mind of K1 Hector. You know, he did this yesterday, goes the Abaddon, goes this Radiance build. It was amazing. He out-carried Yawaz, Naga Siren. It was that much better. Why? Because there's a lot of heroes, right, where you could say, I'm going to go safe lane, I'm going to go Radiance Manta, I'm going to go sort of Alchemist mode. Why does it work well in theory with an Abaddon doing that?
Well, Abaddon there's people that used to do the build, right? We used to see Ice was doing it a lot, even from like the off lane. This was quite some time ago, but it does seem like, whoa, Chris Luck, gotta be careful here. Trading with a Troll is pretty hard with that miss rate. He's looking pretty dead.
I mean, that was nearly pretty sweet. The missed chance nearly wasted out, but Nisha able to indeed use his strength against the Monkey King in that 1v1.
I think Abaddon he has talents that can provide him to be kind of like a carry-esque in a bit, because he does have those. And I mean, he's a pretty good Radiance holder. Your ult is always going to be pretty good too. And I guess he has a slight steroid, right? He has his own way to farm a bit faster with his E. I'm not sure. Hector, I mean, has his own type of style thing for it, so.
No, and it's in terms of sort of, if he gets away with sort of the getting the Radiance, getting the Manta, when it comes to him coming up to the fight, there's not really, there's a hero in Secret that can very easily deal with an Abaddon. No one's going to sort of get rid of him quickly, is it? I think he can just charge in, can't he? It's
all about like timings, right? I think, I don't know if it was Kyle who said, I'm not sure if he was talking about that actual matchup either, but like Troll Warlord, if he gets Diffusal, let's say, or something like that, a Diffusal versus an Abaddon, you're like this no mana kind of guy, and sure you have Radiance, you can be doing something like that, but a lot of your ability is removed. But it's cool too, this game, because he's an Abaddon, and he's versus those big ultis that we were talking about. His ult is really nice this game. He can break Puck Coil, he can use his ult right afterwards and then shield somebody else if they break the coil. He's got a lot of ways to help out his teammates versus these big ults of Secret. Will be neat to see.
Chris Lock, in terms of CS, how we're looking in the mid lane,
well.
he's still on the edge, If he even giving up that kill to Nisha, done a very, very good job of playing the lane.
That's actually pretty surprising. I thought the Troll would do quite a bit better here in the matchup, just because you're always able to get that constant harassment, but
I feel it's
oh, he just missed that CS too.
Like
I saw Nisha miss a couple just now in that laning phase.
Well, I sort of has to guess that I bet, Chris, he's probably got many more games playing mid Monkey King than Nisha has playing mid Troll.
Fair enough.
Because I feel like this is a Chris Luck speciality, right? I can imagine he's pounded out pub after pub game playing Monkey King. Where, sure, Nisha's Troll obviously amazing, but maybe not necessarily in the mid lane every game.
Yeah, he's still got good denies and all that. It's not like he's like falling far behind or anything. I just thought he would be. I thought he'd be like 18 and 6 or something to like the 14 and 2 of the Monkey King or something like that. I thought he'd have just a little bit more of that advantage. Sorry. Push the orb. Abaddon getting great farm, Mars getting great farm, but now Chris Luck again. This is the problem. Can't go for the trades versus Nisha, so that's the one thing. I guess Nisha's just playing the lane very aggressively, so he's missing some last hits just to go for the kills, exactly. Doesn't backpack those Wraith Pans there, though, but okay, gets a regenerator. Fair enough.
And I was seeing down bottom, Lelis, he had some great games yesterday.
Yeah, he was
on the Beastmaster and the Bat. Both games, he was
the MVP for the team, I felt.
You know, apart from the hashtags, well, he was getting the hashtags.
No, Lelis got them.
No, game 2 didn't Schofield get it?
Yeah, but that was the Tusk game where he just popped off and just made. No, did Lelis get? No, Lelis got both. I think the Bat Rider and the Beastmaster.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
Maybe Schofield got the first one.
Yeah.
Because Schofield was playing Clockwork, I think, in the second one, and Lelis was playing the Bat Rider, and he absolutely owned the game. So.
But yeah, this guy, his offlane performance it's been great.
Yeah,
and
great
looks to be a hot start. Yeah, 27 for 3. Meanwhile, on the other side of the map, Zai down at 14, but that's fine. And again, we saw yesterday that this is sort of how Zai games go. The start, he's going to have the tough lane, he's going to struggle, and then he's just going to do Zai things and win the game alongside the rest of Secret. So nothing to be worried about for the Secret fans watching. This is a standard, standard start to the day for Zai.
Oof, Schofield. He's in some trouble. Man. Honestly, that shockwave. Every time I see the shockwave, I'm just like, oh god, why does it pull people? Like, it's so good, that pullback. I remember at first people were like, whatever. But then it's just like, you just see people, you just always get these kills because you just get pulled to the shockwave.
And yeah, but do make sure you skill it, because I remember when I didn't. And you weren't,
I was not happy with you. I was just a 0-4-4 and a mid Magnus.
Oh, K1. Oh! He's fine. He is down to his last tango, though. Does have the phase boots complete, but regen is not there. Stinger, he's got his back. Heads across, and he's got a salve ready for the boy. So K1 will be healed back up.
Did they double salve him or something?
I heard two salves.
Did someone make a mistake? I don't know. I saw another salve though on the Lich, so he has another one on top. I don't know. I'm not sure. Maybe.
No, he's not got any left. I think Stinger might have dropped a couple of salves on him.
All right, we'll see.
Oh, pull back here on Puppey. That point in the fear, taking it as you like to see on the Lich, getting that early point in the Sinister Gaze, it gets you those kills.
Yeah, I'm a fan of it in some of those lanes. Like
that was sweet. Schofield. Nice little dodge with the snowball.
Yeah, we see a lot of times like players will just go like the 2-1 or the 1-2, 2 points in your Frost Shield, 2 points in your Frost Blast, but having that Sinister Gaze is actually super useful.
Oh, there's a mid-troll on the top lane. Nisha went for a bit of a walk, and he's able to get the kill on Stinger.
And no downtime either. He TPs to mid lane, gets the whole wave as well.
So you're reckoning Tread's diffusal from the troll this game?
I think so. It looks like a pretty damn good diffusal here.
Yeah, I mean, what else, right? What, maybe like a Tread Jasher?
The thing is, he might just do the stats build as well because he has a Magnus. He might just do Treads SNY or something like that because he just gets empowered and then he just gets like that much stronger.
I think Diffusal's got to be.
Diffusal,
nice.
It's also versus Mars too. It's just nice.
And it's a carry Magnus, right? It's not Magnus sitting behind you, giving you empower all the time.
Yeah.
So you want to be able to sort of play your own game, go for your own kills and objectives, rather than relying on Matu to allow you to be the heavy farmer. Matu's going to be the one cleaning up the counts most of the time. He should be the one that stays at the top net worth, thanks to the speed that the core Magnus can farm at.
Yeah, we should find out soon. He's going to queue up which item it is. Is it going to be the farming item or more of the fighting item, Yasha or the diffusal? Similar to like your PLs, your Nagases. RP.
Pop the RP for this one, grabbing Lelis, and that's a kill. Secret getting the pick off there. There's a rotation from Chris. Doesn't quite make the connection with the Primal Spring, so cannot chase on further. Gets himself straight back to the middle lane.
Oh, a nice item. Picked
Beautiful
up for
find.
Nisha. Great. Treads, Wraith Bands, he's got that. He's got a lot of stats now from that.
And look who he's got on his team.
And he's got a treat. Give it a Puppey.
Give it a Puppey.
But the stats.
It's Puppey. You give it a Puppey.
It looks like he's going to go the Yasha, the SNY build. He did buy a Band of Elven skin.
Okay.
So that is usually, at least a Yasha. So he's going to go for the farming booster.
Yasha Diffusal.
Yeah, maybe something just like that. That's fine too.
Unless he feels the need for a BKB early this game. Maybe Yasha BKB, and then you should say, he's able to still do a lot of the fights at this point in time. And he's buying the G.
He's buying the
Is he buying them for Puppey?
Maybe but the thing is, he has a slot. I think until he needs to just replace the slot.
You're right. He's going to hold on to it for himself.
It's just 2 value on.
At least he's going to hold on to it until Puppey realizes there's a GG branch in the game, and he's going to be like, hey, excuse me, young boy, give me that treat.
Lich, looking in a World of Hurt. Does a nice job dancing around the coil.
He's dead. All right, 7 for 2. It's a 3K lead for Secret, really starting to pick up the farm on all fronts. as Nisha and Matu do start to lead ahead. Nisha being able to get those kills in that mid lane onto Chris has given him that advantage, made it a little harder for Chris to keep up, and obviously, as we said, Matu on the Magnus, you can expect to see him stay at the top. So the catch-up and farm will come when K1 has the Radiance, but that is a long way away at this point of the game.
I'm also just Monkey King is just a really, really hard hero to play. Actually, just all game versus
incredibly
Troll.
difficult
versus Troll. Like until you have BKB, you can't get your Jingu stacks in fights. It's so difficult. Like you're just never hitting him. There, he's got the 2 stacks. You see, he tried to hit like 3 or 4 times there. So it's extra little misses.
They do have the good combo plays though, right?
They do.
The Arena, Chain Frost, Wukong's Command.
Yeah.
So they will have that sort of play to make, but at the same time, obviously Secret, as you mentioned, you know, they have some phenomenal team fighters themselves.
Yeah. They have really strong heroes and also tanky ones too. Like the tree plus the Magnus tree, maybe not that tanky, but Magnus is just so tanky.
Oh, in the river, Schofield.
Look at that pullback shockwave. Oh, yep. Easy. And 10 minutes, there will be a 1-for-1, it looks like here.
They might get the Lich here too.
Yep, Stinger. Walked in front of a Magnus. You know, Magnus just hits you for 200 damage per hit at this point in the game. As a poor squishy support, you die very quickly.
This is just got to hide. His TP's still on cooldown for 20 seconds, so he's going to have to spend a bit of time down here in the trees. Does not want to show himself, that's for sure. Back on the mid, bit of an attempt on Nisha. They're going to get the Wukong's Command out. They've got the strike. They're holding him in the ult, but the living armor's on him.
Oh
and it doesn't look like they have enough damage.
holding.
He's turning. Chris Luck actually dies to the Thunderstrike. They cannot kill Nisha. Now Secret, they're ready to move in for more. Jump for Dream Coil and Static Storm down, forcing them back. Secret starting to really step up the pace.
No funny business today by Secret, it's looking like.
And it's looking like, you know, this sort of strat from Beastcoast may have worked against Chaos, but against Secret, that's quite a bit of a difference between the teams.
This troll pick was absolutely genius. He's gonna be able to take over, especially with that tree armor on top. We just saw that. He just stood inside of Wukong's and didn't take almost any damage. They actually trapped him super well inside of it, almost the full duration, and his health was not really moving that quickly. That is definitely a concern for the later on. Sure, Monkey King's pretty broke right now, but that matchup continues to stay quite troll favored for the majority of the game.
Stepping up now, it's definitely a game on a timer. Beastcoast have got to somehow make sure they get the chance to hold on and get K1 to the point where he has got the Radiance and Manta and can start pushing waves out. But Secret, with the pace they're playing, they're not going to be given that sort of opportunity to Beastcoast at this rate of play.
Yeah, Beastcoast is just going to start, they're going to start running out of some steam here quickly too, because Secret, they're just looking for fights. And yeah, it's going to be Yasha Diffuser as we kind of expected.
Yep.
And man, without your Baden joining the fights, they just need Lich 6, I guess. Lich is almost there, I guess. Okay, he's got it now, but...
You know, 2,400. It's just a question, you know, for those watching, do you believe in the power of K1 to carry?
It just doesn't feel
he
also
could do
like...
it.
Like, Lelis doesn't feel as comfortable as well on this Mars. They didn't get the best lane for him. He actually did pretty okay in lane, but in comparison to what I saw from his Bat Rider and the Beastmaster yesterday, like right now already, it's such a quiet game from him. He's not able to actually make plays because the lane setup that he was against versus Magnus, and oh my god, they're already kicking up the pace even more, going for a Roche here, 12 minutes.
Yeah, Secret are on track to look to lock this game down sort of before that 25-minute mark. If it continues like this.
They already want the Aegis.
Definite worries for Beastcoast.
Yep. Zaya has a Blink Dagger now if he chooses to go for it, which he probably will.
Yeah, you know things are not going great when Zaya's top 3 net worth at 13 minutes.
Definitely.
You know, he says Zaya has a good game when he's bottom 3 net worth at 13 minutes. If he's top 3 in 13 minutes, you're basically lost.
Yeah. Schofield, again, getting caught out. Is that 0 and 5 on Schofield in this game, too? He is like the one that usually is the action maker, making things happen. Can't find anything in this game.
Oh.
Lelis?
Gonna get the connection. They get the balance strike on 3. They're gonna try and jump forward with
the
the coil. Zai catches the 3 of them. He's ready to play this morning as there's 3 of them dead.
K1.
Triple kill for Nisha.
Wait, Hector showed up. This is very unlike Hector.
He said he needs to stick to the plan. Get that relic, get that radiance. It's the only hope. If you could even call it a hope at the moment, because this game getting very, very quickly out of control for Beastcoast.
Yeah. Man. That is devastating. And they still have overgrowth. They still have RP. Right now they're not the most healthy, but they're not having to commit every single one of their ultis in these fights. They're just having to use like 1 or 2. And that's what I was talking about when I saw their 4 heroes. I mentioned like these 4 heroes are like the best team fighters in the patch at the moment. They're so damn strong. Your Puck, your Magnus, your Tree, your Disruptors. They're absolutely ridiculous. And their cooldowns are low. They're not really the longest either. Magnus, sure, is a bit longer, but they can constantly look for these plays. Puppy just is like, all right, you guys do your thing. I'm gonna hit some creeps.
I imagine K1 has pretty much got the relic. So slowly being able to put his build,
but will Radiance
get his build together?
Will Radiance change anything that's happening? I do not think it will change much of anything.
It's hard to see it doing that, yeah. It's hard when they're this far behind this early.
Yeah, they're just not able to find much. Lelis, he's getting close to a Blink Dagger, so that's going to be good to be able to set up for the Monkey King and for the Abaddon to be in the midst of everything, but it's not looking great, especially when you're playing into an Aegis too, so early in the game. And now they're just itemizing it. This is so now Vlad's as well. This is the, if you ult us and we're trapped inside of your Wukong's command, inside your Mars ult, we're just going to hold our ground. Exactly, and we're just going to fight through it. Because they're just that much far ahead. It's 11k net worth lead already. So Vlad's, hold your ground, stand inside of that and fight. And a full defusal now too. So timings are insane for Secret.
K1 still about 1,000 gold short of the Radiance.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Well, this sort of just makes you wonder, you know what? How rough were Chaos yesterday? You know, a Secret are making this strat from Beastcoast look very easily punishable, as they have just, you know, it just seems like there's no chance for Beastcoast to do anything with their lineup. This is sort of what you expect from this lineup, but it was just sort of the fact that Beastcoast, they owned with this yesterday. But as I said, I think this says a lot about Chaos.
I think also it's like, I think Lelis is playing on a hero that's just much harder to play overall in the patch too. I think he's much more comfortable on his Beastmaster, on his Batrider. The Mars, it's a hero that we don't see too often. I know teams are starting to pick it a bit more now, but it's a tough hero to make work at times. And he's not able to, I mean, they're not able to find anything on anybody at the moment, so. There's no plays to be made. Whole map has pretty much constricted into your base already, and it's like 16 minutes in. Hope is not really there for Beastcoast at the moment.
They're gonna have to try something entirely different next game. You cannot do the carry Abaddon against Team Secret.
They saw this, right? Like they saw this was almost, I mean, not exactly the same. Obviously, it was like a Clockwork instead of the Tusk, and it was a Batrider instead of the Mars.
But it was the same idea.
It was the same concept overall. Yeah, Secret just outdraft that. I mean, like I said, the troll pick for me really was like the ace. After having such good team fight heroes, you're 4 of the best, and then you get a troll versus a Monkey King. It's, yeah, you can't ask for better on Secret.
Well, another death for Schofield, 0-8 and 0.
I think there's gonna be some hashtag Schofields as well, even though it's like I don't know what he can do though. I'm not too sure what he can even. There's nothing to make on the map. They're just trying to make space for the Radiance that isn't gonna change anything. So they're probably just talking a bit about like what went wrong, the laning thing. Maybe they should have switched stuff up or something along those lines, because this is an absolute beatdown by Secret.
K1, their only hope, their very, very small hope, dying and in trouble, or maybe not. Now he's going to come in, drop down the ult, but the Static Storm and Overgrowth there, and Secret can just stand their ground and fight right through it.
Meanwhile,
4 dead, Chrysler getting forced back to the base as Nisha dives in past the tier 3s and tier 4s.
They're gonna call. I mean, it's 26 to 2. It's 16K.
You're just closing this game up now.
They're just talking about like what they're planning for next game for sure.
Yeah,
like exactly what went wrong. How they can fix.
They just you can't go something like the carry Abaddon against a team of the caliber of Secret. You're going to get punished. Secret's not going to let you win with that.
And can't be so predictable. Like you knew that it was telltale exactly what they were going to do with their draft and how they were going to even lane. Like you knew this was going to be the Monkey King mid, and Secret they played around it. They just toyed with it. And now any moment now before Beastcoast does end up calling it. But there's I thought they would call GG there for sure, but
We're going to play on at least until the second Rex falls. Let's see if there is a chance the Secret slip up. At least let K1 get his Radiance
I think that's
done.
probably what. Yeah, let
He'll
him get
his
Radiance, have one
and then he'll
fight,
call GG.
and then call GG. Yeah.
Get his Radiance done.
She's a full AC now on the Magnus as well, on top of everything else that they already have, all their auras.
There we go. Oh, Chris jumps in to clear the wave, but they're all there, ready and waiting for him. As the Monkey King will fall once more. Secret just continuing to clean up anybody that steps out on the map. 27-2 at this 20k lead. 21k lead actually, now exceeding the 1k a minute.
Oh man, and the bounties and outposts are coming up, so okay.
Yeah. It's a rough morning for Beastcoast, but you know, they're a team that can pick themselves up.
Yeah.
It's only game 1 of the best of 3.
Back to the drawing board. He's already Lelis is saying sorry. They already know, like things did not go in our favor this game.
And there it is.
They got the Radiance.
All
right, let's see.
Radiance online, boys. Let's go.
It's obviously going to do nothing, but I still want to see them at least try to fight with it.
Here we go.
Here we go.
He's in. The carry has arrived. And here we have the arena. It's dropped down onto the 2 of them. They do manage to spear back Nisha. They'll look towards the troll. But Boundless Strike as well as the Chain Frost down. They're pulling him, but he got the ult on the time. RP's there on the 3 of them. Nisha starts to beat them all to pieces. As Chris Luck's dead, no buyback on the Monkey King. They've lost K1, Schofield, Lelis, everybody's dead. GG is called 32-2. The memers in chat will be happy this morning as this game is done and dusted. Secret will take game 1. And yeah, Beastcoast, it was great yesterday against Chaos. It was not great today against Secret.
Yeah, I think it was too predictable, and I honestly think Secret got like 4 of these 4 heroes. Just the first 4 heroes for me were already I was already kind of locking a super difficult game for Beastcoast when I saw those. Then I see the troll, and the matchup is like impossible for poor Monkey King. So
yeah, not really too much to be said about that one. As you know, we know the Beastcoast can do better.
Yeah. They know they can too, of course. We've seen them do infinitely better versus Secret as well. Before,
absolutely. So. They just tried something that maybe because of how well it worked out yesterday, they got sort of a little carried away and sort of rated it too highly, being like, hey, you know, this is really legit. But against some of the top teams, you just can't draft like this.
Can't do that.
You cannot do this because you'll be punished every time.
Yeah, it's just like we said, like when you're playing versus a team and it's like back to back, you cannot do the same exact draft. They're gonna know exactly what you're doing.
But I'm sure that Beastcoast will have something else in store, and there's no way that game 2 will be as rough for them as game 1. So do not go anywhere. We'll see what happens there. But as it stands, Secret take this first match very, very easily.